And welcome back to the greatest show on earth. I'm joined today with the ever lovely Dolfo and the ever dashing Daniel.
Hey.
We're going to be talking about what I consider so far the movie of the year, the first big blockbuster, Creed 3, starring Jonathan Majors and Michael B. Jordan.
You know what's funny? I was thinking that too. I was like, oh, this is the first major blockbuster. And I was like, Ant-Man literally came out. So you guys are, no, well, I understand why people don't see it as a blockbuster because I didn't see it either until I was like, oh, because honestly, when I left the movie, I was like, this is like the first real blockbuster of the year, you know?
Yeah.
That's how I felt. And then I was like, well, Ant-Man just
I've
came out
watched
too.
it twice. So I watched it on back-to-back nights. I watched it Thursday night by myself, and then I went yesterday to watch it.
Is this your first double?
No,
where you go watch it
no,
twice?
I did that with Black Panther. I did that.
Of the year. I'm sorry.
Oh, of the year.
Well, obviously, I've
done it a bunch. Yes, first one of the year.
All right. I usually will watch a movie twice if it's really good, but
Yeah.
I haven't done it yet.
Yeah,
I
I really like that.
I probably never will again. I want to talk
just
about
so
later
you guys
on.
know, we're gonna do spoiler and spoiler-free review.
Yes.
like we always do. So I don't want people coming at us. You guys ruined it. You know, you guys spoiled it.
Yeah.
And we're doing the spoiler free right now.
Yeah, we're doing spoiler-free right now.
And if
All right,
we don't
before
go
we get into
full
it,
time,
let's
you know,
grade it.
I know you guys really love this movie.
A minus.
You couldn't give it an A?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna give it an A.
A solid A.
A.
Okay.
A. Okay, I'm with you. A minus.
A minus.
I'm giving it A minus. Yeah. I will say we were talking about it yesterday, and I will bring this up. It was a great movie. I did have problems with the fact that you didn't know who the villain was. Well, no, not who you didn't know who the villain was, but the wrong person was the villain. And we'll talk about that more later. But that's the main focus.
You said A minus.
Yes.
I said A minus. You said A, but it's an A movie nonetheless.
Nonetheless,
Great movie.
Yeah.
My only complaints with it, the length. It was a little long.
dude, I was all,
No, I feel like the length was good.
No.
it got slow in certain areas,
That was
which
the
made
problem.
it feel long.
Yes.
I have the opposite problem. I really do love the pacing of the movie. I don't think this is a spoiler, but the boxing movie, I think this is a great trope. You have a boxing match in the beginning, one in the middle, and then
one
the
in the
final
end.
end. And I think that splits up the movie really well.
So-
I thought they did really cool editing tricks, and we'll talk more about it in the
Yes,
spoilers, but they had some cool ways that they showed.
The trailer wasn't what the movie was.
Yeah.
Yes.
I know. I think.
But they had cool editing tricks, like the Showtime trailer. You know how
Oh, yes.
you know,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
that was
yeah.
really cool.
Where they do like the
Yeah, but we'll talk more
Like
about it in the
interviews.
spoiler.
Yeah.
But that was really cool. Them training was really. The
I know what
pacing
you
for
mean.
me was really good, and interwoven was the story. That's what I thought was really cool. My main problem was that the guy who's supposed to be the villain, I feel more empathetic with him than the person who's the hero of the movie. You know?
Well, see, I like
No.
this. I liked it because it's one of those movies where you cheer for the villain.
is it?
Like it gave me
we'll talk about it more in the
it
spoiler.
gave me like anti-hero Vegeta vibes almost.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Almost like even Black Panther, where you like Namor was supposed to be the villain, but you end up cheering for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So good.
Well, yeah, but also the Black Panther had the problem that I don't think Shuri was a good hero.
Yeah, but that's a whole different
Yeah,
thing.
that's a whole nother movie. Let's talk about the MVPs, though. Yes. I'm always like right here ready to. They're gonna be like, it's a trope now for
I like
Andrew
you
gets
cut G.
beat. Get cut. The MVP of the movies, I'm really interested to see what you guys say because the two big names. I don't know if you guys are gonna have somebody else besides them, but go ahead.
Jonathan Majors for me.
Tessa Thompson.
Tessa Thompson. That's a good one. I was debating
That's
Tessa
a
Thompson.
sneaky one. Who did you say?
Jonathan Majors.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Jonathan Majors.
I would also say my boy Canelo Alvarez. Big part of the movie.
Dude,
I love the
second
part where
place.
it knocks out Michael B. Jordan. Oh yeah, it's just so rude.
Just spoil it. Soiled it.
Soiled it.
Yeah,
Dude,
Canelo knocking out Michael B. Jordan was the craziest he is.
I want to see like a behind the scenes of this movie because Michael B. Jordan and Jonathan Majors were jacked.
Yeah, they were fucking.
Dude,
they were massive.
Jonathan Majors' shoulders were humongous and they were cut.
They are.
Like, I
We've
could
seen
see
the
every
pictures.
single one of his like delts. I could see his traps. I could see
Yeah.
everything, dude.
And I don't consider this a spoiler, but I will say they did a great job of teasing that because they
Yes.
kept him in a big hoodie for most of the movie
Oh,
until
yeah,
when
like
it
at the
mattered.
beginning.
Yes.
Yeah. You didn't see it until like
yeah, it's like what is it, like a pump cover? You know,
Yeah,
how
yeah.
People have to
I
do
saw
pump
how
covers.
like when they went to go eat, he's like, "You looking diesel." He's like, yeah, you can tell with the fucking thick ass sweater, the
Yeah.
scarf, and all this bullshit he has on.
But yeah, the pump cover. Like
pump
they gave him
cover,
the
yeah.
pump cover. I mean, obviously you know he's big, but
Yeah.
cut too.
Either way, I was like, I saw the movie and I was like, I'm going to the gym in the morning.
Oh yeah, no, it inspires you, bro.
Hey, you know what's funny? Yeah, we're gonna bring it up. We're gonna bring it up.
Thank God you said it. Thank God. Go
That's
ahead.
funny that you say that. After the movie was over, we were walking out into the lobby. And you know how like people like get like inspired and like they
Like after
okay.
the two Fast and Furious movies,
Yeah,
you're like,
yeah,
oh, I
like-
want to drive a car, or like after like a movie like that, you get pumped up.
Yeah, you get pumped up. Well,
Yeah.
we were leaving and there was two guys, older guys.
Yeah.
They were probably what, like 40s,
Yeah,
50s.
and taller and bigger than us. Too.
Yeah,
Like,
they were taller and bigger. And they were over here reenacting the fights in the middle of the lobby. And
Yeah.
everybody's like walking in between them and you just see them over here like, fuck it.
like as you're walking out of the Dolby, like right next to the
Yeah,
bathroom.
as soon as you leave, they're right there in front of the lobby just fucking shadow boxing.
That's not even the funniest part. I'm walking and the guy looks at me and he's like, "You want some? Let's go." And I'm like, I don't know, like I don't know how to react, bro.
Just fucking
I see him
swinging.
and I'm like, "Yeah, motherfucker, you want
Yeah,
some?"
I'm next, bitch.
No, but yeah, bro. I guess, bro, how you gonna react when a guy bigger than you too? Like you're like watching them and you're just trying to walk through.
Yeah,
and the
you're just trying to walk
motherfucker
through. These
taps
guys
my-
over here
he
fucking-
touches me, bro, and he's like, "You want some too?" You're like that, bro, and I was like.
Like, Kaden.
I was scared. I was like, I'm scared. I was like, Daniel.
Daniel, hold me.
And,
Lucky Daniel's holding me back.
it was funny too because there was this family that was trying to walk through as well, and like
Yeah.
a family, and I'm like, bro, like, why y'all boxing in the AMC theater?
How
bro?
packed was your theater?
It was pretty packed.
Yeah, ours was pretty packed.
Nah, I mean, it was decent. But
Ours was
like,
more than halfway full.
Yeah, ours was too, for sure, more than halfway.
It was not.
Yeah, it was.
No.
Yes, it was.
I believed Alpha.
Yeah.
I think you didn't look
He
for
doesn't
that.
have a good
Yeah.
sense of time.
was not.
Oh yes. No, that was a funny story though. I cannot believe that happened.
Yeah, two grown ass men.
Do you think Michael B. Jordan was the correct person to direct the film?
For his directorial debut, I think he did a really good job.
Ryan Coogler directed the others too.
He directed the first two.
A lot of people are saying they
And
can tell the
this
difference.
one, and this one, he only produced.
I mean, a lot of people are saying they can tell the difference, but I thought the story was well. The boxing matches themselves are really well done. I do think
They were really well done.
I will say I think they used most of the budget on the last fight because the first fight did look a little wonky. You even said it yourself. It looked like a video game. The
Who
first
was the
fight.
first fight again?
Ricky Hatton.
Yeah, it was Felix Chavez.
No.
No, it was it was him and his old rival. So it was
Oh, yeah,
Michael
yeah,
P-
yeah.
it
Yeah,
was
yeah, yeah.
it was
That
Donnie
British-
and
The British guy.
so that
The
was
South
first
Africa fight.
Yeah.
it was South
Yeah,
Africa.
yeah, yeah.
Where was supposed to be
um,
Creed's last fight.
The way they edited it, or just the way they were doing it, just kind of like reminded me of like a video game.
That's what brought this movie down to an A- for me. Like in the South Africa fight,
Yeah.
where he goes to get punched and it's like a slow motion Matrix effect.
Yeah,
and he looks
yeah.
at the like his abdomen.
Yeah.
And he does that a couple times like that. Just kind of like seemed a little cheesy for
Well-
me. This video is brought to you by Despop. That's us. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share this video with your friends, and share this video with your Mima. It just helps with our numbers. It helps us grow, and we're trying to quit our jobs.
Yeah. We're trying to do this full time. We want to entertain you guys.
That's the main part. But
And this is our
and
passion.
entertain.
We do it for the people, man.
We do it for the people, but you know, we put in a lot of work and a lot of sleepless nights, and I would rather do this during the day and give you guys better content.
Yes.
We're gonna reenact right now one of the one of the fights. You two, yeah, stand up. No, but I did like that because as an audience member, a lot of these people are casuals, right? So they don't know boxing. They don't
It's true.
understand
It's true.
that these boxers, when they fight, they're looking for openings. Like
Yes.
they'll do the save movement a couple times because they wanna they're trying to get a feel of their opponent
Yeah.
and they wanna, like, if they see a pattern, they're gonna take advantage
Yes.
of the pattern.
Yeah.
So I thought that was really cool.
Well, Michael B. Jordan or Adonis Creed, I should
Yeah.
say, he brings it up. It's power, timing, and precision.
So I really did like the whole he sees the abdomen.
Like that was smart, but I just don't like the editing behind it. Like
Mm-hmm.
it looked like
It was
looks-
different, but it definitely gave it the video game vibe.
Yeah,
like,
that's- that
like
was my problem
You
with
see,
that.
you see it, and then they go like,
Yeah, like they make it super obvious.
yeah, they
like,
make it super obvious. Like,
So yeah, tell the viewers what this movie is about. So if they want to watch it, they get a sense of what's about.
So Adonis Creed is pretty much a retired boxer at this point. He's 3 years into his retirement, and an old childhood friend resurfaces. You know, he makes connections with him, and it turns out this guy, he wants to be a champ. He wants to be a pro boxer. So Michael B. Jordan, Adonis Creed, helps him get to that level. It turns out there's a betrayal.
There's
of
a
some
little
sort.
bit of he's still hurt.
Guilt.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's
he's
still
still
some.
hurt.
There's some guilt over.
There's
his
guilt on
He's
Creed's
blaming
part,
someone
and there's
else.
some
Yeah.
hurt on Diamond's.
Diamond Dame's part.
Yeah, Dame's part. You know.
Do you guys like the intro? How the movie starts with
Yes.
with the flashback to LA
that's-
2002.
That's how most movies
Well,
start.
what's up with 2002, man? That's when the Infected happened.
A lot of things. Well, because I think we're at the age where all these actors and their characters are not our age, but like they're all becoming our age. So like 20 years ago was when we were kids.
That's crazy.
So you know,
yeah, 20 years ago we were 2002.
Yeah.
Like, now we're not even 90s kids. If you think about it, we're more 2000s kids.
no, I'm a 90s kid.
Nah, you're old.
Yeah, I've always been, always was.
But pretty much, yeah, it starts with a flashback in LA. They're in Crenshaw, and we see a young Adonis Creed who
helping a Diamond Dame
yeah, so
box.
he sneaks out of his house
to
go to Dame's boxing match.
Yeah.
It's like underground boxing.
I really did like that because that's how most movies start. Like you start with the flashback, so that's why I love the flashback because it brings up the main conflict of what the movie.
And the movie has flashbacks throughout the whole movie.
Yeah.
Where as more flashbacks happen, it fills in the story more.
Yeah,
and
everything ties in perfectly.
Everything tied in perfectly with the flashback.
A lot of flashbacks don't tie in.
No, they're like it's all over the place.
Yeah, no, this one was good.
Yes, I mean it sprinkled it just enough,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
that's
yeah.
how you do the flashback trope. You give us information over a period of time, but also did it well because it gave Michael B. Jordan like they actually gave him a reason why he didn't want to talk about what happened.
Yes.
And Bianca pretty much tells him is like you're always closed off. You don't let yourself be emotional. Talk about it.
Yeah.
So now we're like, okay, Michael B. Jordan's not going to talk about it, so he doesn't want to talk about what
Which is
happened.
a very it's a very cliche thing with men. Men
Yeah.
bottle up their feelings. They don't talk about their emotions, and it's brought up like in their conversations where he's like, "You're the one who's better about talking and
talking
their
about your feelings.
and emotions."
This did the trope well. Because sometimes you're like, oh, they could just fix the issue if they talked it out.
And it even extends to the daughter,
Yeah.
where she punches the bully at school, and
Yeah.
he's like, "Oh, just teach her how to fight." And
Yeah.
she's like, "She can't fight for
Yeah,
everything.
yeah.
Like she
No,
has
but
to-
Violence isn't the answer.
I'm not going to lie. I am on Michael B. Jordan's side.
I am a
No,
little too.
no, 100%.
Yeah, I'm like, bro, like, you're going to rip up my daughters. Like, look, bro, you're gonna fuck around? You're going to find out.
Find out.
Yeah, he even says they've had problems before.
Yeah.
She's said to ask for help. And
Oh,
Yeah.
Well, we'll talk about this at the end. But bring up the daughter. I think something's gonna happen. Like I think they're setting her up.
Yeah, I
But
do too.
I'll bring that up at the end.
I was gonna tell you that at the movie when we see him at the end.
I thought that was kind of obvious.
But we'll talk about it later. I do.
we'll talk about it later.
I said we'll talk about it later. No, but the reason why I bring up that I think they showed the wrong villain, I was telling him in the movie, I was like, bro, they show Creed training like in the nice parts of Los Angeles. They
Yeah.
show Creed with all these cars, everything, and he's the one
Nice
that got
house,
everything,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And I don't even think Diamond Dame is a villain. Like, yeah, he made wrong choices, but like that's not enough to make him a villain. You know, that's not like he was wrong. Like, oh, if he didn't go to jail, maybe he would have been Creed.
Yeah, they would have like not had lives reversed, but he would have been the one.
Yeah, man.
he probably would have been the one on top.
He assisted in battery, but is that how you say it?
I think so.
Battery is when you like assault. So yeah,
Yeah, it's
he's
assault and battery.
an accomplice in battery and assault. Okay, whatever. Like
Yeah, but
Jail
he
him.
wasn't even an accomplice because as we find out in the later flashbacks, he
was just standing there with the gun.
well, he actually ran away.
no, I meant he broke Drago's hand. Like he was.
Oh, that's what he was.
Oh yeah,
yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, I'm talking about Drago because we saw him talk to the guy.
See, I was gonna bring that up. Do you like the plot twist? You kind of ruined it.
What's the plot twist?
that? When he
That's
finds,
the
Was that a plot twist?
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
not
it was.
coming, bro. How else
Yeah.
is he gonna get a fight?
that was a plot twist.
That was a plot twist.
the plot twist was that
that they were in jail together.
Yeah, Dame was using Creed the whole time.
No,
like,
I
he
mean,
was-
obviously he's using Creed.
Yeah, that's the plot twist.
But like that's why I don't think he's a villain because I'm like he's not really using him. El güey sí lo debe, you know.
No.
no,
See, no, wait. Okay, so like that's why I do think he's a villain. I will say because I do think Creed at the end of it owes him.
That's why I'm saying
not
like, I don't-
everything, but he owes him
I never saw
something.
him as a villain. I saw him more as an anti-hero because even Dame makes a really good point where he's like, when he asks for the fight, he's
Yeah.
like, I want a championship fight.
Yeah.
And Creed's like, I can't just do that. Like I can't
Look,
just.
I will say that is asking for a lot.
He's like, well, I know, but he's like, I can't just do that. Like I can't just give a.
Si se pasa de
Yeah,
verga.
I can't get you.
I can't just get you a championship
Yeah.
fight if you're not even pro. And then Dame's like, well, they give it to you.
Yeah,
And it's
okay, I
like,
do agree
well,
with that. And they
dude,
gave it
like-
to Rocky too.
and they gave it to Rocky.
I
Like,
told him, I was
But
like,
I mean, it was different back then.
no, because even the Creed one was recent, bro. Like,
Yeah.
in that like timeline,
I mean, I guess
they gave Creed a shot
we're
without
talking about
even
the
being
timeline.
pro.
Yeah, the boxing timeline of those movies.
Probably like 10
Rocky
years.
and Adonis both got championship
Shaq.
fights. Like,
Yeah, championship fights by being not even pros.
Yeah.
So, like,
Yeah.
and then Dame is like, nah, you don't get one, bro.
that's why I didn't think Dame was a villain. I'm like, bro.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying he was a villain.
Yeah,
like,
but so like the movie wants us to cheer against him, right? But it's hard to cheer against somebody who's in the slums. He's like working his ass off. He's like training hard for this opportunity.
is why I liked the trailers for this movie, because the trailer set it up to where it seemed like Creed was this like the greatest boxer ever, and
Yeah.
he's gone through all of his opponents, and now he's got this unknown challenger.
Yeah.
Where actually it was, they're fighting each other because they were
just beefing with each
they were
other.
beefing with
Yeah.
each other, and Creed's actually a villain at this point.
Yeah.
I do think Creed is the villain. That's what I'm
No,
saying.
not a villain. Fill in.
Phil.
Like, he
Fill
filled-
in.
he
Well,
filled
I'm
in for
keeping the villain part just so it follows my
filled
story.
in,
Oh,
like,
yes.
the last
Yeah,
part,
he
like,
filled
the
in
last-
the.
the
Well, he
last
didn't really.
I still
fill
don't think
in.
any of that. What he
Look,
deserved was
Diamond-
being able to get into the box, to be able to spar in his gym,
Yeah,
and get a couple fights. That's all he deserved.
that is all he
Anything,
deserved.
anything else from there is all you.
Yeah, ya te
That's all
estás pasando de verga, güey. Like,
Yeah.
like he gave you.
Well,
Honestly,
that's
not
it.
even some fights. Like, I gave you the opportunity to be in the gym to
Spar.
spar and see how good you are.
Yeah.
Spar champion.
Yeah.
The world champion.
Yeah.
Yeah,
'cause-
yeah, yeah,
yeah.
And a spar champion.
Yeah.
And shit.
And because he's not even that good, honestly, the way he
was
fights is
dirty.
very no.
He was very-
but
that was a dirty
the
fight.
way
He
he
was a dirty
blocks
boxer.
is not even a good
Oh
way
yeah,
to
we were
block.
talking about that too.
Yeah,
He
I
blocks
know.
like this.
He's the hood.
Like, how
He's
does
the
that?
hood.
Well, like, because from here you like, because usually when you block so
Yeah.
you can strike. Like,
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
ready to strike.
Yeah.
And how?
It's hood. That's just straight hood.
Yeah, it was just even
Which I
blocking like this.
You know,
you're
like,
not
it's a little different. It's a little
You're not
different.
blocking
Yeah.
down low.
Yeah, that's why there was a good punch where he blocked like that, but Creed still went through
Yeah.
and hit
Yeah.
him in the face.
Hit him in the face.
The way he was hitting the arms was a good like tactical move. Like that was
Yeah.
his thing. He would hit the arms and like he would hit them hard, bro.
He would hit them
You would see
hard,
the
yeah.
bruises on the arms.
Yeah.
Because if you hit
So-
the arms, you're not gonna be like.
We see him. He gets into the gym. Like, Creed gives him that shot, and Duke doesn't want it. He's like, dude, like, this is not good. This is gonna end horribly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he called
He
it.
knows.
He knows.
He's a dirty boxer.
We see it in the sparring where he spars against Chavez.
Yeah, and tries to.
He like locks him up and almost fucking breaks his shoulder or
Yeah,
something.
yeah, yeah.
He goes, dude, we're sparring. And then, like, at that point, he's just like ready
Yeah.
to just throw down.
Diamond Dame does a couple dirty things to get himself to the championship fight, but I wouldn't call him dirty enough to where he's a villain.
That
He's-
like montage after that where Creed sends him back home. He's like, hey, like, get out of here. Go like get some fresh air.
Yeah.
And then he's in his apartment just training. I was like, that's scary, man. Like,
because I was gonna bring up the other montage. So the one thing that I really loved that
the training montage. is
Yeah,
great.
no, the Showtime montage.
Oh,
So,
that
like,
one? The promo?
Oh, the interview.
Yeah, the promos. They did a good job of hyping up the fight in the movie, which is weird because they were promoting the fight, you know,
Yeah.
to us, but to the audience, like why should we be interested in a nobody who's fighting the world champion?
I liked the build up to the second fight. So
Yes.
they're at that like gala thing, like a
Yeah,
listening party, and I like how they brought Drago back. I like the way they brought Drago back in this movie, where
As like a buddy.
as a buddy, where he's just like,
Yeah, enemies to lovers. I
Enemies
love
to
that
lovers.
trope.
Yes.
Oh yeah, no, but I agree. Yeah, I
you
thought it
know.
was cool that Drago came back, and he came back because he was supposed to fight Felix Chavez, and like that was a money fight,
that
and
was
like
a money
Michael
fight.
was so like he's acting like
so he's a promoter. at this point.
Ochoa,
He's a-
no,
Yeah.
Oscar de la Hoya. You know, he's a
Yeah,
promoter
yeah, he's
now.
a promoter.
¿Cómo se llama el güey con el pelo? Because he called him that. He was like,
Don King.
Don King, yes.
Don King.
It's funny because I just pulled it up. Yeah, Don King.
Don
like
King,
he
okay.
gets, but
Yeah.
I just say
Oh,
Oscar de
that's
la
right.
Hoya.
That's right. He's
Yeah,
like,
he's-
I don't want to see him with that kind of
Yeah,
Bianca
he's like,
does.
he's like,
I just don't wanna
he's
see him with
acting
the
like
hair.
Don King.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
don't see him with the hair.
Yeah.
Don't see him
But
with the
I
hair,
bring up
yeah.
Oscar de la Hoya because that's on my generations, and he's the one promoting like Canelo and all.
Yeah.
Well,
He
does
was.
He
yeah,
was at
I know
first.
he was like. We won't get into that, but
But we will. Yes. Yeah, so we see Drago break his hand, and then you see, after that, it's just Creed on the phone
Trying to find
with
new boxer.
promoters,
Yeah.
with agents, whatever, trying to find like a fill-in.
and Diamond's like, "Hey, bro,
It's like,
let's go home, bro. This is my shot.
This is what I wanted.
Yeah, this
which
is me. This is
the
all-
way, like, if I'm Chavez, I don't take that fight.
No,
I wouldn't have taken that
100%,
fight.
bro. So you have nothing to gain by winning.
Everything to lose.
Yeah,
Everything
in my
to lose.
head.
You already know he's a dirty boxer from sparring with him.
Yeah, you've already sparred the guy, so
Yeah.
you know what you're getting into.
Yeah, and Michael B. Jordan is just
He
this good
sold
of a
it.
promoter.
He sold it.
Yeah, dude, dude, I think honestly, he's your fighter. You should have known better to put him in that position.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
To like, bro, like yeah, just get
Well,
another
even
fight.
Duke says it when they're in the in the
Well,
kitchen,
it was
and
also the mom trying to.
well,
That's why-
no,
She
'cause
just
she
wanted
looked.
money.
No, she looked at Duke and she's like, "You think this is a bad idea, huh?"
Yeah.
Duke's like, "Absolutely."
This is another reason why Michael B. Jordan Creed is the villain. He set up his own fighter.
To fail.
Yeah, to fail because like, dude, everybody could see that Diamond Dame was a dirty fighter. He was gonna like he's
out to
unorthodox.
hurt-
Yeah,
he's out
yeah.
to hurt
Yeah,
him for real.
And so like the boxing fight to get into it, like
Honestly, I thought Chavez is dead.
oh, dude, so some dirty things that Diamond Dame did. He hit him with the elbow.
Yeah, but it was too low to where it affected the eye.
Yeah.
But yes, he cuts him up.
Well, I
He
mean,
holds
even
him.
an elbow
He
hit is
holds
just
him.
illegal. In
I
general.
know, but like,
Is it?
Yeah.
No, not the elbow. Like when he held him and then hit his arm. Is
Yeah.
that?
No. Oh, hitting his arm right here. Yeah.
yeah,
That's
But
illegal?
you can hit it. You
yeah, you
still
can hit. Yeah,
So it's illegal to hit the arm.
Yes.
like the shoulder. Yeah, when you're locked up, like in
Okay.
in the clinch.
Even when he was going with the jab or whatever, even
Yeah.
when he's still going.
Yeah.
Wow.
To the elbow?
You can't
yeah,
do
you
that.
can't do that.
Dude, okay.
You can
so-
do it in the gut because that's essentially like you're trying to break the clinch, you know. But like up here, you're
Oh,
just, like,
but when you're clinched, you can't. But
Yeah.
like when you're boxing, can you hit their
Yeah.
arm?
No.
yeah, you
No?
can when you're boxing.
Not up here.
No, like when you're boxing, like we're
Yeah,
just
yeah,
boxing.
yeah.
When you're
I
boxing
can't.
regular,
I
you
can't.
No, you
can't
can hit the arm, but not the shoulder.
Yeah,
Not the
you
shoulder,
can't
not
hit
the
this
shoulder.
area where he was
It's
hitting.
'cause
But
he-
why is that though? I just because the
Because
shoulders.
of what's happening.
Yeah, it's just
You're limping in the arm.
Yeah.
Your arm's gonna go limp because of all the pain.
Yeah, but I feel like that's the point though. You wanna.
No, there's just rules, and it's just like safety at that point.
No, I know it's safety, but like I mean, I guess,
Safety, but then they get like CTE.
Yeah. No, I know, but I feel like that would be
I
a
honestly
tactical.
don't know.
Like
It
like
would
for
be.
tactics for
but
boxing.
like in the UFC, they have a bunch of rules too. Like a
Yeah,
down
but
opponent, you
boxing
can't-
is different. It's more.
There's just a lot of rules.
I don't know
too.
what the word would
There's
be.
just
but I
all the
mean,
rules
yeah,
of combat sports in general.
it's like you can't hit the back of the head.
Yeah,
You can't hit the
back.
shoulder.
Yeah, they get into the ring and they like it's second round. Chavez is already getting like this.
Yeah.
Then I was
And
gonna
it's
say,
looking
like, if it was like a real boxing fight, they wouldn't be able to. I guess that depending on the rules that they hit it, you wouldn't be able to knock them out within the first 3 rounds.
Yeah.
So those first 3 rounds would just be them
Just
going back and forth, picturing
Which
the pattern.
did he get knocked out before the third round?
Yeah,
I don't know, but they were going fucking at it in the first 3 rounds.
It was a third. It was the third round when he gets knocked out.
Was it?
Yeah. Before we jump to the end, even when they confront themselves at the beach, like he swings at him and actually punches him. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, Creed's gonna fight him back, but he just like walked away.
So
I
this
also
is
like how he punched the dude right away. He was like, "Get off of me!" Like that's
this is why this is why I have it an A- because I felt like Jonathan Majors, the character Diamond Dame, had some character traits that. So, sometimes he did, sometimes he didn't. Like he maybe like he
Like,
was
he
trying
wasn't
to act.
consistent.
Yeah, he wasn't
Yeah.
consistent because he seemed pretty well. He seemed nice. Maybe he wasn't, but he seemed nice in the beginning, and then it shows he's not. He was using him, but at the end they redeem him, and they're
Yeah.
like buddies again. So I'm like, so who was he? You know, like was he the guy who was because
I mean, the character was a little off just because of that. I mean, like it went from like straight hood to like being like best friends, and then and then it went back to like, hey, fuck you.
Because I will say the beach scene threw me off because I'm
Yeah.
like, bro, like he gave you the title shot, you know, and now you're trying to act
Like
brand
you don't
new.
even know.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
brand
like,
new.
he's like, oh, you weren't there for me at prison. You were, bro. Like he told you he didn't get
even
the letters.
said it on the beach. He was like, I'm here on my own account. Like you didn't do anything for me. I was like, dude, he's the one who literally
he
gave you the
literally
title
gave you
shot.
the title shot.
Yeah, he didn't have to do that.
Yeah, he didn't have to do
He
that.
convinced Felix Chavez,
Yeah.
which it's crazy still to this day.
Yeah,
oh
this
yes,
is-
it's not like it didn't happen yesterday.
Yeah, it's like actually you do owe him a lot.
Yeah,
you
a
know,
lot.
You know.
That's why I thought that was a little inconsistent, and also like they're trying to make him the villain, but like the actual villain is Creed.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's running in the like Beverly Hills, bro, the new bridge in LA. Jonathan Majors is like training in his apartment. Like he has
Yeah.
like you know like the pull-up bar or whatever. He's training on the beach.
Dude, that was crazy. Do you think like the scene where he pulls himself up on the ropes?
Yeah.
Dude, his lats,
Chills.
and his back. I was like, dude, this guy's built like
different.
a silverback. Like,
Yeah, bro, he's huge, bro.
huge, man. I was like, man,
Oh my
I'm
god.
getting into the gym.
I'm like, he needs to do another
I
boxing.
told Duff, I was like, hey, I can do that. And then the next scene is Creed pulling the plane, and Duff was like, yeah, I can do that because of the wheels.
Yeah, I told him that that's not impressive. He has wheels. Like I could pull it, you know, like
It's one of those one person.
yeah.
it's like when people pull a like 18 wheeler. I'm like, bro, it has wheels. I could do that. Oh yes,
I
but
like how right before the training montage, they emphasize how like old Creed is. Like you're not the same dude you used to be. You're old. You got all these
Yeah, things
injuries.
change.
Diamond Dame is old too, bro. Like, bro, I feel like
He's
in
old
real
already,
life,
too.
this fight wouldn't be that big just because it's two old heads, right?
Well, the thing is that even if he's a little older, his body doesn't have as much wear and tear.
You're right about that.
Creed has all the concussions, all the ruptured organs, broken ribs, whatever you want to.
He has all the injuries.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure Dame didn't get that hurt in prison.
We are talking a lot about Diamond Dame and Creed, but your MVP Bianca,
Oh yeah, my girl.
she does a
Tessa
great
Thompson.
job too. Before we get into the end,
She's a great supporting character.
She really is.
Yeah.
she's really the emotional spark. She's like the level-headed, trying to get Creed back into the real
Yes.
world because Creed is just making a lot of questionable decisions.
She anchors him. She
Yeah.
keeps him down.
She's the one that she didn't get her dream because Creed got his dream, but she didn't get her dream of
She
being a
didn't get
singer.
it.
She
Yeah.
has to
She
produce.
says it when
Yeah.
they're sitting there talking at his mommy's funeral.
Mm-hmm.
Where that's where he like finally opens up and is like, all right, let me tell you about Leon. Let me tell you about Dame and everything.
Talking about the mama's funeral, one of the predictions that Daniel had in the theater, which I thought was going to happen too, was he's going to talk shit about his mama. He never did.
He never
Oh
did.
yeah, like in the fight.
Yeah. He never once
Yeah,
brought up
yeah.
the mama. And I'm like, then why did the mom die? Like, I felt
Yeah, like I told Duff, I was like, Chris gonna get knocked down, and then Dame's gonna say something about his mom, and he's gonna get back up and like knock his ass
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
But he didn't say
yeah,
nothing
I
about his
guess like the only emotional impact that mom dying would be Adonis getting forgiven for like his father's sins.
Yes.
mom. Yeah.
At that point is like the only major reason why she would die. But
Yeah.
I thought somebody was gonna bring up the mama.
It wasn't even the reason he got back into the ring.
Yeah, it
his
wasn't.
mom's-
Yeah.
Like his mom's
No,
death
no,
happened.
yeah.
Yeah, he was gonna get
probably
back into the
she
ring.
probably
no matter
even
what.
said
Yeah,
no.
he was gonna get back into the ring no matter what.
I'm surprised Bianca was very supportive.
Supportive?
Yeah, I've been like, Michael, you have nothing to prove.
Like after all the just talked about, and then
Yeah.
he goes,
Yeah.
"Yeah, go ahead, I got you."
yeah, bro. Like you have nothing to prove. You got concussions. Literally nothing to prove.
Yeah.
Yeah, let him go get his ass beat in the next fight because he has to defend the belt, right?
Yeah,
and he's
yeah.
gonna get his ass beat no matter what. You can't just keep
Yeah.
playing like that, you know,
No,
Johnny?
no. I like the last fight. I like how it
The last
shows.
fight was good.
Yeah,
Oh.
the last fight was really good.
The first like couple rounds, like it was actual
normal,
rounds with
yeah.
but the transition to just both of them in an empty arena, just going back and
At
forth.
that point, it
Yeah.
seemed like it was more of a mind game.
yes,
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
And I thought that edit was very cool.
I thought that it was really cool too.
and a new way to show a boxing fight, you know?
Yes.
Just
Something
two-
different. It was something
Yeah.
different.
Now we know how to differentiate the other guys, the way they directed it.
Yeah.
Because they wouldn't have put that in.
No,
If it was
no.
Ryan Coogler, no. But I think it was a good way to show a 12-round boxing fight because that's the only like I guess that's the issue when you're doing a championship fight in the movie.
Yeah,
is-
you don't want to do the whole 12 rounds.
Yeah, 12 rounds, but how do you
What
skip?
did we got like
how do
1,
you
2, and then we got the shadow.
Yeah.
So that was a good way to show that they're mind games.
Yeah,
It shows intimacy between two friends. So it's very intimate. Like it's just
Yeah.
two of them boxing in the ring, and then it cuts to the 12th round.
Yeah.
It's all even up, and I was like, it's not even up. It's round 11 rounds. Somebody's up.
Yeah,
You know, like
someone's
it's
up.
not really. You know, like someone has to be up at the end. You know.
I like the daughter. I like how they're setting her up for the future.
Is there any like deaf boxers right now?
I don't know. There might be.
If you're a death boxer, go ahead and put it in the comments below.
Yeah. Put it in Braille.
But I do feel like they're setting up.
That's blind. Put it in braille.
Do you think they're setting up a new trilogy with the daughter? So,
I
a
bring that up. I
female-led?
was telling you, I was gonna tell you at the movie. I was like, this is how they're gonna bring the next Creed and keep their legacy.
Yeah, keep the leg.
The
I
third
think
generation Creed.
so. I think that is a very smart way to keep the legacy of Rocky of Creed and having. So it's pretty much a diverse.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a female-led, disability-led movie.
Yes.
Pretty
Yeah,
much.
yeah.
When they have the little scene at the gym when
Yeah.
he's like, "What are you doing?" Like, "I'm cleaning." He's like, "No, you're not."
I can hear the iPad.
Yeah. So
You put the volume all the way up.
they're sprinkling like hints of like, oh, she's gonna be a boxer. And
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
like
yeah.
already.
He's like, "It's our little secret."
Which is great. I just how many years until you think it would be appropriate? Because Michael B. Jordan has to look old enough to where she's old enough to fight, and he's old enough to look like a
They'll probably
father.
give a
At
different
least-
actor.
No, for Michael B. Jordan, no.
No, for the girl.
for the girl.
Oh yeah, for the
Obviously,
girl.
but-
No,
I'm just saying she'd add.
the girl's
like
not the
Michael B.
problem.
Jordan,
I'm
I
She'd
know.
saying,
have to be like 18 or early 20s.
yeah, I'm
I
saying we
think-
gotta look Michael B. Jordan look old
They'll
because
just age him up like
Yeah.
they did Pedro Pascal.
he's transitioning to what Rocky was in the.
Yeah, I know. Technology's around my boy.
Yeah, you're right. Pedro Pascal was aged up, like, and he looks way older than
Like, it can be done. Last question before we wrap up this review. What do you guys think this movie's making? I think between 500 to 750
What is
Yeah.
that, domestic?
total.
Oh yeah, no, easy.
Total.
If worldwide,
Worldwide.
yeah. Easy 500,
Yeah.
easy.
I'm saying
Yeah.
like 675.
You know
worldwide.
what? I don't think Ant-Man's gonna make that much, and I think this is gonna make more than Ant-Man.
So I looked it up last night
You
after I
were
left.
saying it was going to be $1 billion movie.
I know, bro.
I
I'm
know, we
wrong,
said
guys.
that.
I'm wrong.
I'm just waiting for people to. People probably have that video bookmarked and they're like,
Imagine.
"This movie made this much money."
Yeah.
You wrong. Stupid. Cool.
Stupid.
I want him to comment.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna be the first one. Make burner accounts.
I saw the budget for Creed 3. What do you guys think it was?
90 million.
Probably like 150.
75 million.
Oh, that's cheap for a movie for a blockbuster.
Especially with all the editing that
Yeah,
they did.
Yeah.
$75 million.
That's good.
Whoa.
I mean, that's
So
not bad.
Michael B. Jordan was penny pinching. He was like,
No,
oh man, I'll do the editing myself if I have to.
I'll do it myself. No, well, I think like a lot of the budget, like it's pretty easy because all the only settings you need is a boxing ring. So you could have filmed all 3 fights back to back to back, you know?
Yes.
Like you
Yeah,
know,
consecutively.
I feel like the most expensive part probably would have been like
the actors paying their budget, like
Yes.
their
No,
salaries.
all in that or having it in like the Dodger background stadium.
All Dodger Stadium.
No, because you can CGI that. So I guess
No,
it's
I
CGI.
know, but I'm just saying like
Yeah.
you probably have to pay just to have like the background or something.
Oh, like the rights.
That's it. Yeah,
the
it's like,
rights.
to be
Yeah.
able to have it in the movie.
Which
Or having the zone.
the zone.
I thought that was so funny that the zone was.
that
The Showtime
the
alone.
zone Showtime, and then they had the announcer and they had that ref.
I was like, bro, they got everybody.
But
Canelo?
75 million?
And the
That's not
announcers.
bad.
They had
That's
the
not
announcers
bad.
too.
They're gonna
not
make. They're coming out with another Creed.
For sure.
Con la niña.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching our review of Creed 3, starring Michael B. Jordan, Jonathan Majors, Tessa Thompson, Wood Harris, and a whole bunch of other characters.
Great
Let
cast.
us,
Don't forget my
Great
boss
cast.
Saul Canelo Alvarez.
yeah, Saul Canelo Alvarez. You guys are going to think that knockout was crazy. But yeah, before we wrap up, let us know which Creed movie you think is the best. Out of the 3, which movie do you think is the best? Which one is your favorite? Do you think there's going to be a new trilogy set up?
Perro.
That's it.
Let us know where this movie ranks for 2023 on your list. We'll see you guys later.
Adios.
Deuces.